Today, we're remembering Rudi Johnson, the powerhouse running back whose relentless style powered the Cincinnati Bengals through some of their most memorable seasons. His sudden passing on September 23, 2025, at just 45 years old, has rocked the NFL world, and we're here to honor his incredible journey. We're covering everything: the details of his cause of death, his wife and family, his age, net worth, lifestyle, and a full biography that takes you from his Virginia roots to Pro Bowl glory and beyond. This is gonna be a long, heartfelt tribute packed with stats, stories, and the heart of a player who was as tough off the field as he was on it. Whether you're a Bengals fan, an Auburn Tiger, or just love a story of grit and grind, grab a drink, get comfy, and let's celebrate the life of Rudi Johnson. Here we go. Let's start from the beginning with Rudi's biography, because this guy's path from a small-town Virginia kid to an NFL workhorse is the stuff of classic underdog tales. Rudi Ali Johnson was born on October 1, 1979, in Ettrick, Virginia, a tight-knit community about 30 miles south of Richmond. He grew up in a loving family, the son of Janice Johnson, a devoted mother who worked tirelessly to support her son, and his father, whose details remain private but instilled a strong sense of discipline and faith. Rudi was the baby of the family, with siblings who cheered him on from the sidelines, but it was Janice who became his biggest advocate, driving him to practices and believing in his dream when others doubted. Ettrick was no glamour spot, it was blue-collar, with Rudi delivering newspapers and mowing lawns to help out, but football was his escape. At age 6, he suited up for the Ettrick Trojans youth team, where his speed and toughness turned heads. By high school at Thomasdale, Rudi was a star, rushing for over 1,500 yards as a senior and earning all-region honors. Coaches like Kevin Tucker, who played with him, remember him as always smiling, always happy, the guy who made everyone better. College was where Rudi exploded. He started at Butler Community College in Kansas, grinding through 2 seasons with 2,000 plus rushing yards, then transferred to Auburn University in 1999. As a junior, he was a beast, 324 carries for 1,567 yards and 18 touchdowns, averaging 4.84 yards per pop, earning SEC Player of the Year and a Doak Walker Award nomination. That 2000 season put him on the map, with fullback Heath Evans, who'd follow him to the NFL, blocking for him like a tank. The Cincinnati Bengals scooped him up in the 4th round, 100th overall, of the 2001 NFL Draft, a steal for a guy who didn't run a blazing 40 at the combine but had that old-school power. Rudi sat behind Corey Dillon early on, but by 2003, after Dillon's trade to New England, he was the man. His 2004 breakout was magic: 1,454 yards on 336 carries, 12 TDs, and a Pro Bowl nod, setting the Bengals' single-season rushing record that still stands. He followed with 1,309 yards in 2005 and 1,309 again in 2006, becoming the heart of Carson Palmer's offense alongside Chad Ochocinco. Rudi's style was pure grind, short, powerful bursts that wore down defenses, earning him the nickname Smokin' Rudi from fans chanting "Rudi, Rudi" at Paul Brown Stadium. He rushed for 5,979 yards and 49 TDs in 8 seasons, mostly with the Bengals, finishing with the Lions in 2008. Post-retirement, Rudi stayed in the game, founding the Rudi Johnson Foundation in 2005 to support kids and families in Chesterfield County, Virginia, scholarships, youth camps, and bill assistance for those in need. He volunteered at shelters and his church, St. Joseph's Catholic in Petersburg, always giving back to the community that raised him. In 2025, at 45, Rudi was thriving in Florida, coaching youth football and planning a foundation expansion, but his light went out too soon. Fans on X poured out love, saying, "Rudi was more than yards, he was heart, all the way." Now, the part that's left us all reeling: Rudi Johnson's cause of death. On September 23, 2025, Rudi was found dead in his Florida home at age 45, and his family confirmed to TMZ that he died by suicide. The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office is investigating, with no foul play suspected, and early reports point to mental health struggles as the heartbreaking factor. Those close to him revealed Rudi had been battling depression and possible effects from chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE, the degenerative brain disease linked to repeated head trauma in football. CTE can only be confirmed post-mortem, but symptoms like mood swings, memory loss, and impulsivity had been weighing on him for years. Rudi's agent, Peter Schaefer, called for more NFL research into CTE, saying, "These tragic circumstances must serve as a call to action. The league needs to do more for players like Rudi." The Bengals president, Mike Brown, echoed the sentiment, stating, "Rudi was a fine person and an excellent running back for us. He was dependable and productive, and very popular among his teammates. We are deeply saddened." Chad Okocinco, his former teammate, posted on X, "RIP Rudi Johnson, you were a brother, a beast on the field, and a light off it. It's a gut punch." Rudi seemed unstoppable, but the silent battles athletes face hit hard. If you're struggling, reach out. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is 988, 24/7. Rudi's story reminds us to check on our warriors. Age? Rudi was 45 when he passed on September 23, 2025, born October 1, 1979, a Libra with that balanced, charming energy that made him a fan favorite. At 5 feet 10 inches and around 228 pounds in his playing days, he was a compact tank with tree trunk legs and a smile that lit up Paul Brown Stadium. Even in retirement, he stayed in shape, coaching kids and hitting the gym, but those CTE shadows were tough to see. Fans on X remembered, 45 is way too young, Rudi had so much left to give. Wife? Rudi Johnson was never married and had no wife at the time of his death. He kept his personal life super private, focusing on family and football over the spotlight. Public records show no engagements or long-term partners, and while he had relationships in the past, nothing led down the aisle. Rudi once told a local reporter in 2010, "My focus is my mom and the kids I help through the foundation. Love's there, but timing's everything." His single status let him pour energy into community work, like volunteering at St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Petersburg, Virginia. Fans on X respected his privacy, posting, "Rudi's heart was big enough for a whole community. No wife needed when you love like that." Family? Rudi's family was his everything, and they'll carry his light forward. He was the son of Janice Johnson, his rock and the executive director of the Rudi Johnson Foundation, which he started in 2005 to give back to Chesterfield County kids. Janice, a pillar of strength from Ettrick, Virginia, raised Rudi as a single mom after his parents split, working multiple jobs to support his football dreams. She's been vocal about his legacy, saying after his death, "Rudi was a strong family man who loved all that he met, especially his family. He was a great son, a great husband, a great father and brother." Rudi had no children of his own, but he was an uncle and big brother figure to many through his foundation, funding scholarships and youth camps. His siblings' details are private, but he grew up with that close-knit Virginia vibe, often shouting out his mom in post-game interviews. The foundation, under Janice's leadership, has helped thousands with hot lunch programs, academic awards, and bill assistance, Rudi's way of saying thanks to the community that raised him. In the wake of his passing, the families asked for privacy, but they've been overwhelmed by support from former teammates like Chad Okocinco, who posted, "RIP Rudi Johnson, you were a brother, a beast." Fans on X shared, "Rudi's family was his foundation. Janice's strength honors him every day." Net worth? At the time of his death, Rudi Johnson's net worth was estimated at around $5 million, a solid haul from a career of hard yards and smart moves. His NFL earnings topped $20 million over 8 seasons, with peak salaries like $3.5 million in 2006 with the Bengals. That 2004 Pro Bowl year alone netted him bonuses and endorsements, and his time with the Lions in 2008 added another $1 million. Post-retirement, he flipped real estate in Florida and Virginia, owning rental properties worth $2 million, and his foundation brought in grants that he funneled into investments. No flashy deals, Rudi lived comfortably but gave back big through scholarships and community programs. Fans on X said, "Rudi's $5 million was for the people, foundation over fortune." Lifestyle? Rudi's life was all about balance, football grind balanced with giving back, Florida sun balanced with Virginia roots. At 5 feet 10 inches and 228 pounds in his prime, he stayed active post-retirement with pickup games and gym sessions, eating clean but loving Southern soul food like fried chicken and collards. His style was understated cool, polo shirts, jeans, and Timbs, always repping Bengals orange. He drove a black Ford F-150, $50,000, for hauling gear to youth camps, and a Chevy Tahoe, $60,000, for family road trips. Living in a $800,000 ranch-style home in Weston, Florida, with a big backyard for barbecues, he split time with his mom's place in Ettrick for holidays. Socially, he was the guy everyone loved, hosting foundation events with old teammates like Akasinko and mentoring kids at Thomasdale High. Hobbies included fishing in the James River, grilling for church groups, and watching Auburn games with a cold one. His Instagram wasn't huge, but he shared foundation updates and family laughs. In 2025, he was thriving, planning a youth football clinic in Chesterfield. Fans on X remembered, Rudi's lifestyle was real, community, family, and that Bengals heart. Rudi's challenges were heavy, but he faced them with grace. CTE suspicions from his 1,000-yard seasons lingered, with mood swings and memory fog in his 40s, but he channeled it into advocacy. A 2010 knee injury ended his career early, and financial hits from bad investments stung, but the foundation kept him going. X posts after his death said, "Rudi turned scars into service, a true Bengal." In summary, Rudi Johnson, 45, died by suicide on September 23, 2025, amid mental health struggles. Unmarried with no kids, his $5 million net worth funded the foundation run by mom Janice. His biography, From Ettrick Kid to Pro Bowl Star, inspires. What's your favorite Rudi moment, that 2005 record or his foundation work? Drop it in the comments, like to honor the hitman, and share with Bengals fans. Want more on legends like Akasinko? Let me know. Thanks for watching, stay strong, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.